Hey friends, it's Amy Deb, the Keto Queen. I hope you're having a great day. It's Wednesday, right? Yes, hump day. Whoop, whoop. Love some Wednesdays. Guys, we're making a fast, easy, delicious dinner tonight. I've made this one other time before in the past. It's already in the recipe blog, and I'm putting the link in this post, guys. And while we're cooking this amazing Italian sausage and peppers, while we're cooking this together, I wanted to go over some simple 7 tips that are going to help you create success. So if this sounds like a good topic, go ahead and give me some hearts, guys, and share this video so that you can come back to it and we can show other people how easy it is to create success in your own health journey. So give me some hearts and hit share on this video, and let's get started. Right now, I have 1 pound of Italian sausage. Now I use the Italian sausage in the casing, like the little hot dogs, Italian sausage. And what I did is cut them into bite-sized pieces, and then I removed the casing. So we're just cooking this up in a skillet, and we're almost done with it. And what we're going to do is move it over into a casserole dish. We are going to put it in the oven just for a few minutes. You actually don't have to. You can do it right here in your skillet. But I'm going to move it over to the oven because it's just easier to serve out of a casserole dish. We are going to melt a little cheese on mine. You don't have to add cheese to yours. So if you're not adding cheese, might as well keep it in your skillet. But we're going to move it over either way, either onto a plate or into a casserole dish, and they're almost ready. Now, while we're waiting on this sausage to cook, I'm going to go ahead and cut up my peppers. I'm using a green pepper and a red pepper. And for whatever reason, my phone is not showing me anything here. Give me some hearts if you guys can hear and see me. I can't tell if you guys can even know I'm here. So give me some hearts if you can hear me and see me. I'm watching. If you don't give me any, I'm going to say, hey, this video is not working, and I'm going to abort. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and start cutting up this pepper. I really don't know if you guys can hear or see me. Comments will appear, and there's nothing. Let me go this way. Swipe left to see comments. I don't see any comments. Guys, give me some hearts if you can hear and see. Oh, yes, there's one, Lisa. Thank you. So Lisa's there. Hey, guys, if this sounds like an amazing topic for us to discuss tonight, give me some hearts. Share this video. We're going to talk about 7 things that you can do to create success in your health journey. And we're sharing a simple, delicious recipe. This is Italian sausage and peppers. And we're going to make a tomato cream sauce to go over this, and it's delicious. So this will be the second time that I've cooked it, and I know you guys are going to love it. So we have Italian sausage that we just cut up into bite-sized pieces. I removed the casing. We're cooking it and moving it to a casserole dish. It's almost finished, so I'm going to go ahead and cut up my peppers. I've got a red pepper, a green pepper, and I also am going to slice up just a little bit of an onion. And let's go ahead and get started with the first tip. So guys, if this sounds good to you, if you want to remember it, if you want to share it, push share on the videos. You can go ahead and post this to your page, and we can teach other people how easy it is to actually change your health journey and to be successful. The first tip, guys, is to remove temptations. Removing temptations can mean a lot of different things for different people. For some of us, removing alcohol from the house is a major thing because we are drinking too much. And I don't mean that you're not in control. I just mean for a good health journey, we don't want to drink very often. As a matter of fact, I have a personal goal of mine. I may have 1 drink on date night, but not every single week. When we drink alcohol, as much as you hate to hear it, and I think this is actually one of my tips, so maybe I should hold off on that. No? Yes, it is. So I'm going to talk about that later. Temptations. That might be one of your temptations. Another temptation just may be chocolate in the house. Another temptation may be chips in the house. I hear people all the time tell me that they have other people that live in their house, like their grandkids. And honestly, guys, I'm going to be very honest, and I mean it with all the love that I have. If you know chips are not good for you, why would you think they're good for your grandkids? Truth. Now, I did not open myself up for education when I was younger. So unfortunately, my kids had all the things. All the things. We kept pizza rolls here. We kept chips and crackers and all the things. Fruit roll-ups, like all the candy. And it's just because I didn't know any better. But now that I do, I do not plan to have any of that crap in my house when my grandkids come along. Because if it's not good for me, it sure as heck is not good for my kids. So removing the temptations is really important. Because a lot of us don't have control yet. I've been doing this for 5 years, so having cakes and candies in my house doesn't bother me one bit. But that's not a temptation for me. Not anymore. So what are those temptations for you? You can put them in the comments if you want to. What are the temptations for you? And are you willing to remove them? All right, that's the first tip. If you guys love that tip, give me some hearts. I'm glad you guys are here. I would love to know where you're watching from. If you want to put where you're watching from in the comments, we're going to let this cook a couple more minutes. I see a little bit of pink in this sausage. I want it to be cooked all the way. So we're just sauteing this in the skillet here. And we're going to go ahead and slice up our peppers. Let's move on to the next simple tip to create success. The next one, guys, is to find support. Now, what does that mean for you? Following my page, I hope, has been a support for you. Having a friend that you can go walk with in the mornings, I hope that's a support for you. But we need support. There are so many things in life that we just can't do on our own. And sometimes changing your health is really difficult. And we can't necessarily do it on our own. That doesn't mean that everyone has to eat low carb with you. Doesn't mean everybody has to put away the alcohol with you. But it does mean that you need a friend that you can call and say, man, I had a tough day today. I really feel like stopping and getting a pizza, but I know that's not really the smart thing to do. And your friend, the person who is supporting you, should say, you know what, you've been doing so good. Don't stop and get that pizza. You want to grab a salad with me? So you need a support buddy. Somebody who's going to give you good advice, somebody who's going to cheer you on, not bring you down, not be jealous, and unfortunately that happens a lot. People don't mean to do it intentionally, but when you start to change, you start to get really happy, and you start to feel really good, and you start to want to do things that you might have not ever done before in your life. You're excited. You've got this new zealous energy, and unfortunately sometimes that creates jealousy. And that's an odd thing to say, and it's a hard thing to admit, but it is so true, guys. So when you're picking out your support person, you want to make sure that they are continued support. And if not, it's okay. That don't mean you can't be friends with them. Doesn't mean you can't love them. Doesn't mean you don't be married to them. It just means that now you need to find you a new support buddy. Like, we always need support. So what does support look like to you? I would love to know. You can put it in the comments. What does support mean to you? Like, I have a lot of people who will say, Amy, I wish my husband would eat that, but my husband's never going to eat mushrooms. It's okay. Your husband doesn't have to love mushrooms, and you don't have to cook mushrooms. But if you cook mushrooms, why can't you do just a little bit for you? And if your husband is dead set on trying anything new, cook him something he loves. You're not cooking a whole separate meal. You're just having an extra side dish. You're having you something that you know is healthy for you and that you feel good about. It's all about feeling good, right? You've got something that you feel good about, and then something your husband loves. Sometimes it's not worth a fight, and you don't want to fight anyway, right? We just want to encourage other people to feel as good as we do. So find you that support person. And number 1 was removing the temptations. Number 2, find you a support buddy. Guys, I love to help you. I love this page. I love to show you good food. I love to talk to you. I love to help you. I will be every single person's support person. All you have to do is send me messages. I'm here to help you along the way. I'm here to answer questions. I'm here to share recipes. I'm here to encourage you and to inspire you. And I'll be your walk-in buddy if you want to. You can send me messages and say, hey, I got a commitment, and every morning this week I'm going to send you a message and tell you whether or not I did it. That's a support person. I will be glad to do that. Number 3, guys, if you are really watching your carb counts, I want to recommend that you keep your carb counts at 25 net carbs or less. Now, that's a goal. Doesn't mean you have to do it every single day, especially if you're not necessarily eating keto. You don't have to do this, but if you want to create success, you want to keep your carb counts roughly 25 net carbs or less. Now, low carb is considered 50 to 100, and you're welcome to do that too. I love, love, love supporting low carb and keto lifestyles. Not that you even have to do that. That's not what this page is about. It's about helping you guys. So whatever you feel confident in. Look, I just cut up my peppers. We've got our Italian sausage crumbles. I did 1 pound. My recipe says 2 pounds because y'all know Ricky loves meat. I really should have done 2 pounds, but I'm being lazy tonight, so I did 1 pound. And then we are using a red bell pepper, a green bell pepper, and a little bit of an onion. So let me go ahead and cut this onion up. And we have now gone through 3 of our tips to keep us successful or to create success. Tips to create success. So far, tip number 1, and I just need to make sure you guys can see me because I'm not seeing any comments. If you guys can see and hear me, will you pretty please give me some hearts? Facebook sometimes just acts weird, so y'all are probably there and I'm just not getting comments, and that's okay. I just want y'all to know I'm not ignoring you. I just can't see you. So the first tip was removing temptations. Whatever it is, get rid of it. If it absolutely kills your soul to walk by that kitchen because there is oranges in there and you are just in love with oranges, like you just cannot walk by an orange and not eat it. But not just an orange, you can't walk by without getting 2 or 3 oranges in the day. That's a temptation. Just don't buy the oranges. Find something else that your spouse loves that you don't love. Remove the temptation. Number 2, find you a support buddy. It doesn't have to be someone who's willing to eat low carb or keto because they may not want to. But just someone who's going to encourage you along the way, give you a high five, be your cheerleader, and I love to cheerlead. I've never been a cheerleader in my life physically, but I've always emotionally and mentally been a cheerleader for everyone I know, and I would love to be your cheerleader too. So I got a red pepper, green pepper, and a little bit of an onion. I'm going to save this for later, and we're just going to saute these until they start to get soft. And then we're going to add that pepper, onion mix to the Italian sausage, and then we're going to make our tomato cream sauce. So let me get moving along. The third one was to keep your carb counts low. So 25 net is wonderful. If you want to be that strict, go ahead. If not, it's okay. You can have more. But I'm just trying to give you some successful tips. If you keep your carb counts really low, guys, you're going to be in control of your food so fast. Like, it just is what it is. When you get the sugar out of your body, you're in control of all things, including your food and your health. I love this way of eating. Number four, keep it simple. Keep it simple. You know, my friend Nick, his whole motto is keep it simple, fun, and keto. Fun, simple, keto, something like that. Simple, 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 simple. Because if you make it complicated, you're never going to stick to it. You guys see my recipes. They're simple. Keep everything simple. You can be so healthy and so confident and so successful if you keep your diet simple. The way to do that is to find proteins you love: chicken, pork, fish, shrimp, steak, turkey. I mean, there's all kinds of protein, right? Find proteins you love. There's lots of ways you can cook them, but find a protein you love. Get the healthy vegetables under your belt. I have a lot of people who are like, Amy, I've never eaten any vegetables except for green beans. I love green beans too, but you're going to need to broaden your horizons. You're going to have to at some point because you're going to get sick to death of eating green beans. There are tons of low-carb vegetables. So I love green beans, cabbage, Brussels sprouts, asparagus, zucchini. I love cauliflower. My husband does it. We love broccoli. There are so many low-carb vegetables, so many. So broaden your horizons. Start to try new things. And then you're going to cook all of those things in healthy fats. So you got a protein, you got a low-carb vegetable, and healthy fats. Healthy fats, guys, are real butter, avocado oil, olive oil, cheese. You don't have to add cheese. Y'all know I love cheese. You do not have to eat all the cheese I do. I just love cheese. But there are lots of healthy fat options. So protein, low-carb veggies, healthy fats. That's it. It's nothing gourmet about it. You don't have to spend tons of time in your kitchen. All my meals are super easy and fast, and they're simple. So you can love those green beans. Put them on a baking sheet with avocado oil, salt, and pepper. You've got healthy fats in a vegetable. Take your ground beef. Not ground beef. I like ground beef, but I'm thinking pork chop. Take your pork chop. Saute it in some olive oil or avocado oil, salt and pepper, Italian seasoning, garlic powder. Just season it. It is delicious. I love eating simple. So that's the number 4 tip, is eating simple. Hopefully you guys are learning over there. The next one is pink salt. Guys, this is so important. Like, salt is good for us. I don't care what anybody tells you. I talked to a friend yesterday. Her name's Jennifer. Y'all know Jennifer, the Keto RN. Jen, the Keto RN, my friend that came here from Washington. She said something yesterday, and I died laughing when she said it. But I told her she should do a video series on this. And this is what she said. America got it wrong. They got the wrong white powder. Salt is not bad for us. Now, if you eat tons and tons and tons and tons of salt, and you have other health risks, you can pose problems. But sugar is the culprit. Sugar is the white powder we should be staying away from. Now, I do recommend a good mineral salt, not just a white table salt. I want you to switch over to a pink Himalayan salt or a real sea salt. I'm going to show you my favorite. What are y'all doing? What are y'all doing? My baby. I'm trying to find a salt. Don't take my salt. Huh? You want my salt? Where's my salt? I'm not letting you do that. I couldn't find it because I put it in a Ziploc bag. So this is just my personal favorite, but a good pink Himalayan salt you can get from anywhere. Anybody who sells salt also sells pink Himalayan salt. Oops, that's not put in the bag. I lost the top. This is Redmond's Real Salt. Let me just turn this around so you can see it better. There is a button here. Look, Redmond's Real Salt. This is my favorite salt, Redmond's Real Salt. You can Google it. I get it straight from their website. I do have a local store here in my town that I can buy it at. It's an ancient fine sea salt. It is a true mineral salt. That's what you're looking for, is a mineral salt. So you want a good pink Himalayan salt replacing that white table salt. Now with this one, I love it. It tastes great. It's beautiful in color. It's a real sea salt instead of a pink Himalayan salt. Same difference. But the reason you do that is because this has not been stripped of the minerals. So it's got the good minerals in it we need for hydration and we need for our bodies. So switching the table salt to a pink Himalayan salt or a real sea salt. Let's see, that's 1. Remove temptations. 2. Get a support buddy. 3. Stay under or at 25 net carbs a day. 4. Pick simple foods. Keep it simple, simple. Number 5, pink Himalayan salt. Number 6 is the one that everyone hates me for. But I'm so sorry. I promise I share this out of love. And I'm a good adult. I'm an adult. I'm 45 years old. And I think it's perfectly okay as an adult who is smart and understands safety to have a cocktail every once in a while. It's perfectly okay in my mind. But there are a lot of people who are having cocktails every single day. And honestly, I don't care if it's 0 carbs or not. Alcohol is a toxin. And it does halt our body from doing good things. Hey. Those toxins halt our body from doing good things. So we want to do good things, right? We want to burn fat. We want to feel great. We want to sleep good. We want less inflammation in our joints. Like alcohol does not help us get healthy. I'm sorry. I'm telling you the truth because I love you guys. So that is tip number 6. It's okay to have something every once in a while in my mind. Okay, don't judge me. It's okay to have one every once in a while. I actually have a commitment to myself. I rarely have one, but if I do, it's usually on date night. I'll have a glass of wine. Every once in a while, I'll have a lemon drop, which is definitely not keto. But there are low carb, there are 0 carb beers and wines and liquors, but that doesn't mean that it's best or a good thing to put it in your routine. Okay, so that's number 6. Number 7 is the last tip. I hope you guys are ready. I'm still not seeing any comments, no hearts, so I'm just assuming you guys are loving the heck out of this. I'm loving the heck out of it. Let me go back to this recipe real fast before I do any more. We're going to put this in the oven for about 15 minutes. So you really want this to be done. If you're putting it in the oven for a long time, you could stop. I really need to turn this up. You could stop and just put it in there a little crispy. But I like my vegetables to be soft, not mushy, but soft. And right now we're sauteing a red bell pepper, a green bell pepper, and a little bit of a sliced onion. And what we're doing is sauteing this so that we can pour it and mix it up into our Italian sausage. This is an Italian sausage pepper dish with a tomato cream sauce. Yes, tomato cream sauce sounds yummy. So we've got 1 pound of meat. Ricky prefers 2, so I put 2 in my recipe, but I'm backing down off the recipe tonight. And then we're doing 1 pepper, red, 1 green, and a little bit of onion. Ricky wants more meat because he loves meat. Now, you can do more meat if you want to or less vegetables. You can make this as big or as small as you want to, and it's great as leftovers. So what we're fixing to do is put these peppers on top of the Italian sausage, but it's still cooking, like it's taking forever. I don't know why. I think because I'm trying to rush. As soon as we're done with this, though, we're going to make a tomato cream sauce for this fast, fast, fast. What we're going to do is we're going to take a cup of heavy cream, 2 tablespoons of beef broth, and 2 tablespoons of tomato paste. And we're going to mix that up into our skillet, and then we're going to season it with salt, pepper, and Italian seasoning. I'm going to do 2 teaspoons of Italian. The recipe, I think, has 1, but I like extra seasonings. And we're just going to season that cream sauce, let it simmer to get thick, and then we're going to pour it over the Italian sausage and peppers and put it in the oven with a little mozzarella and Parmesan cheese. Now, you can leave the cheese off. You don't have to put any cheese on here if you don't want to, but we love a Parmesan and mozzarella mix. Somebody posted on my page yesterday, I had a recipe, and somebody said, my God, you use so much Parmesan cheese. I love it. You don't have to use it. I love it. And that's okay. All right, so let me go ahead and just put these in because it's driving me crazy. I'm ready to move on. All right, we're going to put these on and try to leave some of that grease out. So I just used the grease that was created from cooking up the sausage, but we're fixing to pour it out. I don't want any grease in here. Or you actually could keep a little bit in there if you want to, but I don't. Ooh, this is looking good, y'all. Hey, Frankie said, Mommy's ignoring you, ain't she? Frankie's having surgery tomorrow. She's getting fixed. We're getting Frankie fixed because I'm not having any puppies. I just got too much in my life going on to be worrying about puppies. So we're going to get her fixed. I'm really sad about it because I don't want her to have to go under the knife for any reason whatsoever, but I'm being a responsible dog owner. Not that she's ever going to be out of my sight, but, you know, things happen. All right, so we're just mixing in the sausage and the peppers. This looks fantastic. I mean, guys, does this not look fantastic? I mean, fantastic. I love beautiful colored foods. All right, so let's go ahead and wipe up some of this grease. Let me get a paper towel. Because I don't want greasy sauce. I don't want greasy sauce. So we're just going to wipe that right up out of the skillet. And we're going to start with 2 tablespoons of beef broth. 2 tablespoons of beef broth. Tablespoons of beef broth. We're going to do a full cup of heavy cream, and then we're going to go to our last tip. Guys, if this has been helpful, I really hope that you're sharing these videos. Share this video. Easy, delicious dinner plus 7 tips to help us create and maintain success in our health journey. All right, and then we're going to open this up and put 2 tablespoons of tomato paste. Tablespoons, a little more than 2 tablespoons, that's all right. I'm gonna go ahead and put this on the skillet so we can get it hot. And then we're gonna season with a little salt, pepper, and I'm using 2 teaspoons of Italian seasoning. Now you can do more. Whoop, it's not open yet. You can do more heavy cream if you want to make this sauce even more. I'm using a cup. And as it thickens up, if it gets too thick, you can always thin it out by adding some more heavy cream. All right, so I'm going to do 2 teaspoons. 1, 2. Do some salt, which is the Redmond's Real Salt, a good mineral sea salt, and a little bit of pepper. You could also add some red pepper flakes to this if you wanted to. Make a little spicy tomato. All right, and then we're just going to simmer this as it cooks and mix all together. Look how pretty it is. All right, so let's go back over our tips, and we're going to end it out with our very last one. So the tips, I have 7 tips for you guys to create and maintain success in your health journey. It's not even necessarily keto related. Anybody can do these and have success in all things, to be quite honest. Number one is to remove temptations. Now, we are talking about a diet right now, or health in our, or a change in our health. But there's a lot of different types of health. There's physical health. There's emotional health. Okay, there's mental health. There's physical health. So there's a lot of different healths. All of these can be tied in to help you in any aspect. So the first thing is to remove temptations. Look, this is going to pick it up pretty fast. Remove temptations. That means get rid of the things that tempt you and sabotage yourself. A lot of people keep stuff in their house and they start over every single week. I used to do it. I'm one of the people. No, ma'am. Sorry. Hey. May used to mind until Frankie came along. Now, Frankie don't know how to mind yet. Hey. I'm so sorry. Hang on. Hey. Stop it right now. Stop that. Sit down. Did you daddy? Right there, just 1 second. I'm letting him out 1 second. I'm almost done. All right, sorry guys. So I used to be one of those persons. I would start over every other week because I would sabotage myself by keeping the things around that tempted me. I don't want you to do that. So remove the temptations, whatever that is. Remove the temptations. Like I said earlier, I don't mean it ugly. I promise. I mean all of these things with the best intentions and the deepest part of my heart. If there are foods in your house that tempt you and you know that they are not healthy foods for you, that means they're not healthy foods for other people. Now, it's hard to fight adults, but if you've got grandkids in your house or you've got small kids in your house, if the chips are not good for you, they're not good for your kids either. They're not good for your grandkids either. There's nothing healthy about a chip. Like nothing. There's nothing healthy about chips or candies or crackers. So get those things out of your house, all the things that tempt you and create sabotage. Get rid of it. The second thing was find you a support buddy. The third thing was stay under or at 25 net carbs a day if shooting for keto. If you're doing low carb, 50 to 100 or 150, keep your food simple. Simple. Protein, vegetables, healthy fats. Fast, easy, delicious dinners. Change your white table salt over to a pink salt. We've gone over all these. Cut back on the alcohol in the last one. Number 7. Who's ready for number 7? Give me some hearts if you're ready for number 7. And again, this is another unpopular one. But guys, I'm telling you because I know it's going to create success. That is get rid of your scales. Oh my goodness. I know it was so hard for me to do. Okay, I'm pouring the sauce over. That was so hard for me to do myself personally, guys. I was just like you. I used to get on the scale every single day. And on the days that it actually was good, I was happy. Man, I was happy. And I'd go to work and I'd be like, I could eat, more today because the scales made me so happy. And then 2 days later, or the next day, the scale would not make me happy. And I don't know about you guys, but there's been a lot of education out there about cortisol levels caused by stress in women. And that cortisol actually creates us to hold on to fat, hold on to all the things that give us pain and stress and mental anguish. There is no reason for us to get on the scales every day. Now, I've got friends out there, and I know some of you are watching, and it's okay. It's okay. They are truly motivated by the scale, and they do not stress about the scale. It truly is a motivation, and it's okay. If you know that's your personality and you can handle it, keep doing you. But most of us in America, most of us women, we do not get encouraged by the scales unless it's the number that we think we're supposed to be at. And rarely do we stay at the number. Guys, we are going to fluctuate in our weight. We're going to fluctuate in the scale every single day, and that scale does not tell us that we're sleeping like babies. It does not tell us that we're not craving food. It does not tell us we're actually walking an extra half an hour a day when we started that walking journey. It's not telling us that we are not having knee pain anymore. It's not telling us that we're actually smiling. We're actually smiling because we feel good and we have confidence until we get on the scale. And then all of that's gone. So we need to stay away from the scale. What I want you to do, and I do want you to do this. All right, this is looking fantastic, guys. I mean, look how beautiful this is. I mean, give me some hearts. That's amazing. All right, now you can stop here. You can just put this in the oven and warm up the Italian sausage we put in here. I personally am going to add some cheese. I'm going to add some mozzarella and I'm going to add some Parmesan. Again, you do not have to add this step, but I sure am. And I'm just going to do a little bit, but you can do whatever you want to. So what I want you to do, guys, because you do have to measure success. But guys, success is not just a number on the scale. It's so much more than that. But we do want to know, right? We do want to know if we are losing the scales. Like, we want to see the number decrease. Eventually, that's most of our goals, right? But what I want you to do, the only way you can truly track real progress is to weigh and measure when you first get started, and then weigh and measure one time a month. That's it. You can make it the first day of the month, you can make it the last day of the month, you can make it the middle day of the month, but the same day, every single month, one time a month. Weigh and measure. You cannot track true progress otherwise. You just can't, because the scales are going to move all the time. But your clothes are going to get bigger because you're going to shrink, and the scales are not showing you that. But it doesn't matter, again, because that cortisol level spikes as soon as a woman gets on the scale and it says you weigh more than what you want. And you cut out all the carbs. What the heck? You haven't had chocolate forever. You haven't had your keto cocktail. You haven't done all these things, so you just think that a scale is supposed to be 30 or 40 pounds different, and it just ain't going to happen, y'all. It just ain't going to happen. So get the scales out of your bathroom. I always say, and I always say it funny, but honestly, put those scales somewhere where you have to work for them. I put mine in the attic years ago. And the only time I get it is when I want to go up in the attic and pull it down. You also can put it way up under your bed, so you have to get down on your knees and literally scoot up under the bed to get to the middle to get it. You just don't need that scale every day. So I know that's not popular, but again, I'm giving you all this advice because I know it's good advice, and I know that most of us will be successful following this advice. So I'm not going over them again. I've done it a few times. My dinner is ready for the oven. So I've got the oven on 350. I'm going to put this in there for 10 minutes. I mean, short and fast. We just want the cheese to melt and the goodness of the vegetables and the Italian sausage to mix up. And I mean, it's beautiful. Let me put this in and I'll be right back. Whew. It's hot in this kitchen standing over here with the oven on. All right, guys, I'm going to get off here and start cleaning up the kitchen. I can't see your comments, so I don't know what questions you have, but guess what? I will be checking later. So I'm going to clean my kitchen, get in the backyard, finish up some steps. Let's see what I got so far today. 7,400, that's pretty good. My goal has been 10,000, leaving the house in the morning before work with at least 3,000. Done that good so far this week. And I want to get out there and finish up some steps. I want 10,000 for the day. So I got some work to do. I will be coming back to check on you guys to see what questions you had throughout this. And if you need me for anything, just send me a message. I will talk to all of you guys later. Bye.